Okay, let's see if I can get this right because my brain cannot do another one of these. Okay, so first things first, where have I been? I have kind of completely disappeared off the face of the earth for at least 6 months now, for two reasons. One, and this is the main one, the burnout hit me big time. I'd been kind of ramping up towards this for 3 years and I thought, no, it's fine, you're just tired, and I pushed through. And it got to the point last year, especially leading up to my wedding, where I just thought, you know what, something's got to give. I just can't do this anymore. This format isn't working for me. And then also after I got married, I got quite sick. There were a few trips to the hospital. And then not long after that, I got pregnant. And at the moment I am 9 months pregnant-ish, kind of 8 months and a bit, kind of 2 weeks away from popping kind of thing. So that's also been very interesting in the middle of trying to figure out what I want to do with this channel and also moving house. So I'm going to try and get to the point with this video. Yes, I have set up a new channel because I'm going to be doing an awful lot of lifestyle things, sorry, I completely dropped a word there. Just because that's what I'm going to be doing at this point in my life and what I want to do. More importantly, I don't see the point in pushing myself into a mental breakdown doing something that I hate when YouTube isn't even sending videos out into subscription boxes. So I thought, you know what, this is a good time to just start from the beginning. So that's what's going to happen. This channel is still going to be running, but it will not be doing makeup, not until I'm ready to do the photography series, where I won't be doing the makeup on myself. I'll be finding models and I'll be finding locations and building the props. So it's kind of taking my old videos and putting them on steroids, but I'm not at the point where I can realistically do that, because at the moment my focus needs to be the book and the second channel, and the second channel kind of ties into my family and everything like that, because the house we've bought needs some major refurbishment. So that's kind of what I'm going to be exploring on the second blog. So if you want a link to that, that's down in the description box. It has a channel. Nothing's going up yet because baby hasn't arrived and I'm not in the States. I can barely get up some days because it turns out I'm one of those lucky people who get a whole load of health issues when you get pregnant. So that's fun. But anyway, if you want to see more about what that channel is about, or what that blog is about, I'll just have the link to that in the description box. And then once baby's arrived and once we've moved in, you will start to see content on that. We do have a mailing list just because that's the easiest way to do things. I don't trust YouTube to give me an accurate time of day. I'm not trusting them to send my videos to people. So I've just set up mailing lists for both my websites, for the Simply Claire website, and I've also set up a mailing list for the clairdelise.com website. Now back to this channel. What is happening with this channel? Makeup is going to be on hold for the moment, just because I'm not doing it on myself anymore. I've completely lost the drive and also the ability to be able to look presentable in front of a camera, especially when your face is bloated like a small planet. And it's not there anymore. I want to do this on other people. I want to find people with different face shapes, different skin tones, different hair types, different body shapes, and take the ideas that I've been exploring with things like the Emotion series and then the series that I wanted to do, like the Viking series, but do it on other people. It just gives me much more range and much more room for creativity. And you're always a bit limited with your own face. So what I want to do at some point, it's not going to happen now, just because, like I said, I have other priorities for the moment, and I'm not at the point where I think I can really do the kind of job that I want to do. I know exactly how these are meant to look in my head. I know how this series has to look, but I don't think I'm quite there yet, just because there are more important things which I have to get done first. So once that series starts, which will be called the In My Dreams series, we will start to see makeup appearing on this channel. But this channel has always been about art. It's been about makeup, makeup being an art, about art sometimes. And so for the moment, it's going back to art. So the same ideas that I've been exploring previously with the Emotion series, when I've done, let me see, Apathy. What was the other one I did? Resentment is the one I've done. I think the other two, which I've already shown on Patreon, are Serenity and Guilt, I think it was. But the same series that I've been doing previously, I want to explore through art. And at the same time as having it as a bit of a challenge, and it's also creating characters as well. I want to show people how to recreate this, because I think a lot of people think, oh, I love drawing, I love doing this, but I'm not good at it, or I'm not as good as you, and it kind of frustrates me. It's the same thing that people do with makeup. Oh, I'll never be good as you, and you just think, oh, no, I will show you how to do this. So for the moment, it's going to be switching to art, just because it's the kind of thing that I can organise very easily around my family, as well as doing things like the book series. Some of you already know about this. A few years ago, I published a book series called Outsider. And I published 2 books, and then I was approached by an agent who wanted to represent me and take these books and present them to a publisher. So we took the first 2 books and we combined them into one, and we presented them to a publisher. And after all this work, I realised that traditional publishing wasn't for me. It just wasn't. There are many reasons for this. I might go into it one day, but I decided, you know what? Now I have a book which is even better than before. I did my best beforehand, obviously. You don't release anything without doing your best. But now it's at the point where I'm really, really, really proud of it, and I know it's at a very professional level. So I thought, okay, I'm just going to re-release it. But I didn't want to re-release it on things like Amazon because I knew that a lot of you had already bought it and already paid for it. So I thought, let's try a different method because I'm not quite convinced by the current method of releasing books. Now I could be wrong and this is a complete experiment. But I really like the Dickensian model where you release a chapter a week, and also because you get feedback, and that's something that I very much missed about when I released my books in Kindle format and in paperback. Because yeah, some people could get in contact with me through things like Twitter or Facebook, but there wasn't that kind of direct communication like you got with YouTube videos. That's one of the things that I really love about YouTube. I can upload a video and 2 minutes later or 20 seconds later or 20 minutes later, I'll get a comment and I get that instant feedback, and they might love the video, they might hate the video, or they might love the book, or they might hate the book, or there's a character in them there that frustrates them. But I get that interaction, and that's something I really, really missed when I had the Kindle version and the paperback version. So this is why I want to do it the way I'm doing it. So the idea is that each week a new chapter gets released. At the moment there are 20 chapters up on my website, and I think 20 up on Patreon. So the idea is that it goes up for free on my website. If someone's not too sure, because a book is a commitment, you're committing to spend time, and that's a very, very valuable thing. So I figured I like this way because I get that instant communication with the people who are reading this book. And also, if they like it enough to want to read, to be 3 chapters ahead, then they can support me on Patreon, where it's $3 a month to be tons ahead of everybody else, along with our other whole load of things like getting to see videos a week early, things like that. So I thought that's a very good model, because in that way someone can gauge whether the book is for them, whether it's something they want to commit to. And then if they do, it's not going to break the bank, and it works out beautifully for everybody. And also means that I get to do illustrations every week for this as well. So that's how I'm currently releasing it. Once the whole book is out, then that book will be available as a paperback and a Kindle on Amazon. But then again, I'll be releasing the second book chapter by chapter on my website until the whole thing is done, and then it will be available as Kindle and paperback on Amazon. And that's the format that I think I want to explore, just because I really like it. I like that Dickensian model. I think it works very well. I think it's a very overlooked way of releasing things, and I like the interaction. I like the interaction between people who are hopefully reading this series and loving it. So the easiest way for you to follow all of my work, including my videos, is through the mailing list. Like I said, or I think I said, and I should have closed the windows before I did this, I don't trust YouTube to give me an accurate time of day, let alone send videos to people's subscription boxes, so I set up a mailing list. So if you want to keep updated with the book or with any of the videos which are coming out and the tutorials on clairedelise.com, you have a mailing list. I will have a link to that down in the description as well. Like I said, at the moment there are, I think it's 18 actually, 18 chapters available up on the website. A new chapter goes up each Wednesday. If you follow the mailing list, you will get that sent to you the minute it goes up. And then if you're really, really keen on the series, you can support me through Patreon. And that's pretty much it. I have a Patreon page once Bubs has arrived and once we've moved, which will be in late August-ish, early September. Then videos will start to come out. You might see a little bit of early content up on Patreon, but for the moment things are going to be pretty quiet because we have a lot of stuff to do behind the scenes. We're moving, Bubs is almost here, and I'm starting to get less and less able to do a lot of things like get out of bed, which sounds daft, but hey, when your bones say no, your bones say no. So that's what's happening in general. I think I've managed to do this in one take, so I'm quite proud of myself. And yes, I'm not wearing any makeup. There is nothing going on this face because it hurts. And yes, this is my natural hair. This is what happens when I don't hairdry it, which I never do because it doesn't do good things to my hair. But anyway, that's what's happening with this channel. I hope you like the new direction that this channel is going in. And I should be back in a few months, and that's pretty much it. I'll see you then.